Welcome to the first episode of English listening that will help you improve your comprehension skills. We are going to listen to a short intermediate level story entitled My First Day at School. At the end, answer these two questions. Number 1, how did Emma feel on her first day at school? Number 2, what subjects did Emma enjoy on her first day and why? Are you ready? Open up your ears. Let's get started.
My first day at school. I woke up to the sound of my alarm ringing loudly. I opened my eyes and saw the sunlight coming through the window. It was going to be a big day. I had been waiting for this moment for weeks. My first day at a new school. I jumped out of bed and looked at the clock. It was 7 a.m. Okay, time to get ready, I said to myself. My heart was racing, and I felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. I quickly took a shower, put on my new uniform, and ran downstairs for breakfast. Good morning, sweetie, my mum said, sitting at the table with a cup of tea. Are you nervous about your first day? A little bit, I admitted. I don't know anyone at this school, and it's much bigger than my old school. What if I don't fit in? Don't worry, she said, smiling. You'll do great. Just be yourself and you'll make new friends in no time. Plus, I'm sure the teachers will be really nice. I nodded, but I still couldn't shake off the nervous feeling in my stomach. After breakfast, I grabbed my backpack, kissed my mum goodbye, and left for school. When I got to the school, I was shocked by how big it was. The building seemed to go on forever. There were students everywhere, talking to each other, laughing, and looking excited for the day. I felt like a tiny fish in a huge ocean. I didn't know where to go, so I stood there for a moment, trying to figure it out. Are you new here? A voice interrupted my thoughts. I turned around and saw a girl about my age standing there. She had brown hair tied up in a ponytail and was holding a bright pink backpack. Yes, I said, a little surprised that someone was talking to me. It's my first day. I don't know where to go. The girl smiled. I'm Lucy. I'm in your grade. You can walk with me to class. I'll show you around. I felt relieved. Thanks, Lucy. I'm Emma, by the way. We walked together to the classroom. Lucy told me about the school, pointing to different buildings along the way. That's the gym, she said, and over there is the cafeteria. We have the best sandwiches, especially on Fridays. Oh, and the library is amazing. It has so many books. That sounds great, I said, starting to feel a little more comfortable. I love reading. Lucy smiled. Me too. I'll show you the library later if you want. When we arrived at the classroom, Lucy introduced me to a few of her friends. Everyone seemed friendly, and I felt a little less nervous. I found a seat next to Lucy and we sat down together. The teacher, Mr. Taylor, walked into the room with a big smile on his face. Good morning, class, he said, his voice loud and cheerful. Welcome to your first day of school. I'm Mr. Taylor and I'll be your teacher for English and history this year. Let's get started with some introductions. I want each of you to tell the class your name and something interesting about yourself. I felt my heart start to race again. Speaking in front of the class wasn't easy for me. But when it was my turn, I stood up and said, Hi, I'm Emma. I love reading books and I just moved here from a different city. Welcome, Emma, Mr. Taylor said. We're happy to have you here. Let's give her a warm welcome, everyone. The class clapped and I smiled, feeling a little better. After all the introductions, Mr. Taylor told us about the subjects we would study this year. I was excited because we would cover a lot of history, and I loved learning about the past. After English class, we had math. The teacher, Mrs. Green, seemed very kind. She explained the first lesson clearly, and I found the exercises easy. I was happy because I felt like I was doing well. I raised my hand a few times to answer questions, and Mrs. Green smiled and said, "Good job, Emma." During the break, Lucy and I went outside to the playground. "So what do you think of the school so far?" she asked. "I like it," I said, smiling. "Everyone is really nice, and I think I'll enjoy the lessons too. The teachers seem friendly too." Lucy nodded. "Yeah, they're great. And don't worry about making friends. Everyone here is super nice, and we have lots of fun activities. You'll fit in for sure." The next class was science. I was really looking forward to it because I had always liked science. Mrs. Davis, the science teacher, was very energetic. She made everything so interesting. Today we learnt about the human body, and I thought it was fascinating. After science, we had lunch in the cafeteria. Lucy and I sat at a table with her friends. We talked about our favourite subjects, and I learnt that Lucy liked history and art. We also talked about books we had read recently. It felt good to talk with someone who liked the same things I did. The day flew by. When the bell rang for the end of school, I felt tired but happy. I couldn't believe how fast the day had gone. "I had a great first day," I told Lucy as we walked out of the classroom. "Thanks for showing me around." "No problem," Lucy said, grinning. "I'm glad you're here. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?" "Definitely," I said, waving goodbye. "Thanks again, Lucy." As I walked home, I thought about everything that had happened. I had made a new friend, learned a lot, and survived my first day. It had been much better than I expected, and I was already looking forward to tomorrow.
Let's see the answers. How did Emma feel on her first day at school? Emma felt a mix of excitement and nervousness on her first day at school. She was nervous because she didn't know anyone. Number 2, what subjects did Emma enjoy on her first day and why? Emma enjoyed history and science. She was excited about history because she loves learning about the past, and she found the science lesson on human body fascinating. We have just finished our first episode. Stay tuned for the next ones.